What's the most shameless double standard you've ever encountered? Growing up, my parents enforced strict academic standards on me while letting my younger sister Olivia coast through life. I had to maintain straight A's, attend every tutoring session, and participate in multiple extracurriculars. Meanwhile, Olivia could barely pass her classes, and they'd reward her with shopping sprees just for getting C's. The real problem started when we both got accepted to college. I got into an Ivy League school with a partial scholarship, but my parents said they couldn't afford the remaining tuition. They told me to take out loans or choose a cheaper school. But when Olivia got accepted to an expensive private university with no scholarship, they immediately agreed to pay her full tuition. I ended up at community college, working 2 jobs to save money while watching my sister post Instagram stories of her lavish dorm room and weekend trips. My parents bought her a car for safety, while I took 3 buses to get to work. Every time I brought up the unfairness, they'd say, "Olivia needs more support. You're the responsible one." Then came the breaking point. I had finally saved enough to transfer to a good university, and I needed my parents to co-sign a small loan. They refused, saying they couldn't take on any debt. A week later, Olivia totaled her car while driving drunk. Instead of letting her face consequences, they bought her a new one that cost more than my entire tuition. I confronted them that night. Mom started crying about how Olivia was fragile and needed protection. Dad yelled that I was being selfish. That's when Olivia walked in, hungover, demanding money for a spring break trip. They handed her their credit card without hesitation. I stopped speaking to them after that. I worked overtime, took extra shifts at a warehouse, and even started a small online business selling study guides. It took 3 years, but I graduated with honors, debt-free. Meanwhile, Olivia dropped out after 4 years of partying, with nothing to show but a trail of my parents' wasted money. The real twist came last month. My parents showed up at my apartment unannounced. They were in tears, saying they needed $50,000 to avoid bankruptcy. Turns out Olivia had maxed out their credit cards, taken loans in their names, and disappeared to Europe with her boyfriend. They had already remortgaged their house to cover her debts. They begged me to help, saying I was their responsible child, and they'd pay me back. I opened my banking app and showed them my savings, exactly enough to cover their debt, money I'd saved for a down payment on a house. Their eyes lit up with hope. Then I showed them something else, screenshots of every time they'd denied me help, the emails where they refused to co-sign my loans, the texts where they called me selfish for asking about college money, the Instagram posts of Olivia's shopping sprees with their credit cards. I told them I'd give them the money on one condition. They had to write down every time they'd chosen Olivia over me, every double standard, every excuse. It took them 3 hours. The list was 8 pages long. When they finished, I took the pages and shredded them right there. Then I said, "Now you know what it feels like to watch your future get torn apart." I transferred the money, not to them, but to my own investment account. Last week, they had to sell their house. They're living in a small apartment now, working retail jobs to pay off Olivia's debts.